Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. We are going to start a weekly video. Before this, an important information that astrology classes are now only near about 1 month remaining from 15th March 2025 via Zoom. Syllabus on the screen. This is astrology for beginners. That means you will learn from scratch. And the number on the screen and link in description box for more information. You can message anytime. Thank you very much. And thank you very much once again for the beautiful response you've given to the Saturn video. Thanks from my heart, from whole team of ACS2. Thank you very much for so much appreciation. And now, how this week will be, the week starting from 9th of Feb to 15th of Feb, how much happiness or how much caution you have to take. Let's welcome Akashi from Mumbai, India. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akashi.
Namaskar, Rohiji, Ram Ram. So we will discuss about the week, very beautiful week starting from, Aries ascendant. Here we go. Um, Beginning of the week is when 10th of February we will see that Moon will enter into Cancer, into Karka, especially in the fourth house for all the Aries ascendant people. Anything that they have to do or they have to conclude in the area related to their real estate, anything to do with their travel as well, anything to do in terms of mother's health, education, for your children also, because this week is a very important week where Moon is leading to fourth and fifth house together. But Rohit, the more exciting thing is that when the third house and the sixth house Lord will come to the 11th house, that is Mercury will enter into Aquarius with Saturn. Saturn is a very, very dear friend of Mercury. When it comes here exactly ninth from the third house and sixth from the sixth house, there is a possibility of getting some kind of great communication from the workplace. There can be positive communication from the workplace. There can also be very great events that you may be trying to attend, where you will find very, very great news in terms of those who are in business, trade, anything that is trading, especially Mercury aspecting the fifth house, that is the house of speculative gain also. So trading people can get some kind of very, very great speculative gain. Long-term illness which has been going on will also see a positive side, and there will be a lot of great things happening this week. In the beginning of the week, super time, and this Mercury is going to be there here for a very long time. So let's enjoy this. Sun, on the other hand, also enters into Aquarius on 12th of February. Now, here, Sun entering into Aquarius, Rohitji, is exactly the fifth house lord, exactly seventh from itself. There is going to be a lot of partnerships in the social circle. There can be also some name and fame that is coming if you are in some area, some recognition, something related to do with media, entertainment, some recognition is also coming. So, great. It's a very great time. Whenever the fifth house lord will be in the 11th house, there will be gain of wealth also. So amazing. Very soon Saturn is going to get combust. For that also we'll be making a video. So do subscribe so that you do not miss that. Moon finally enters into Leo on 12th of February. This is also great news for the people for education. Those who are thinking of progeny, that means trying to conceive, and this, if this is the right period, right time, you should also go forward for conception. More than that, very great time for education and romance, love life. Moon is a very, very nurturing planet. Here, when it comes to the fifth house, love and romance will be at the most positive level. Only thing, the weekend comes February of 15th, where Moon will enter into Virgo and make a combination with Ketu. This is the time that health-wise we have to be careful, because it is leading from Leo to Virgo. This is the time that stomach can get affected. There can also be challenges which for your family or extended family members, for which you may have to visit a hospital as well. But otherwise, it's a very decently nice, great, powerful, awesome, wonderful week. All the best. Have a great week. And 15th of March 2025, those who have joined the astrology classes, welcome. And those who have not joined, final call. So those who are joining, join, and then we will be able to take things forward. Taurus ascendant, Rohiji. When we look at Taurus ascendant here, ascendant, the Lord of the third house is in the third house. That means a great time to initiate many communication. Courage wise, this is also a very good time. Emotionally, also think about things, not only aggressively, but emotionally also think about a lot of things and move forward, especially those who are having business with their siblings, those who are working with the siblings, or those who have to have some kind of challenges with the sibling and they want to initiate a conversation. That is where you will find some great news. Mercury, on the other hand, enters into Aquarius. Mercury is a very benefic planet in this chart, especially the second and the fifth house lord. In the 10th house of career means this is the time that from your career some kind of speculative wealth is seen, maybe a bonus, maybe some kind of wealth, some kind of great. In sometimes in this areas also we see that status changes, uh, because it is making a combination with Saturn also. So long term promotion that was pending is also possible. If you're going through Saturn Mahadasha, Mercury Mahadasha, then this is a very much potent yoga for any kind of wealth from your career, from your business, as well as some kind of status improvement. Many people may also get into training programs during this time because the fifth house lord has gone exactly sixth from itself. So some kind of training or in your routine, some kind of training program will start, which is also a possibility. Sun also enters into Aquarius. So there is a now three planets here in the 10th house. This time, this is the time that the lord of the fourth house is exactly opposite to itself in the 10th house. That means there will be a lot of peace and happiness that will be getting restored in your workplace. Also, on terms of that, because all three are aspecting the fourth house, those who have been waiting to get some kind of renovation or some kind of property matter, any property, home, conveyance, vehicle, any kind of renovation, repair, anything would they were looking for. If you're a Taurus ascendant looking for this is the time that you may actually end up doing some kind of repair or work related to that. Moon, on the other hand, enters into Leo. This is the time, it is a Purnima as well. Okay, full moon, very beautiful time, sitting in the house of the ascendant Lord, exactly opposite to itself, putting the aspect on the 10th house. That means a lot of nurturing is also coming in the area related to work. The thing that we call work life balance. So, here, work will be so great that your life will be balanced. That's how this period is supposed to be. Fourth house moon is also very great for any transaction related to property or vehicle. If your vehicle from a long time has been giving a lot of problems, this is the time to get rid of it as well, and also start doing something, or get into another action like take another vehicle. Very good, great time for that period. Short distance travel away from home is also seen during this time and will be very, very fruitful for all the Taurus ascendant people. Then, Moon will be in the fifth house, aspected by Mars. Very important. We have to see the aspects also, right? If aspect is very good, then when Mars will anytime aspect Moon from any distance, and especially the fourth aspect, the debilitated aspect of Mars, still it makes a yoga because it is in the fifth house of Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi Mata, or wealth, we say. It is in the fifth house of wealth. So here, wealth is going to be speculative wealth is going to be at the top priority during this week, end of the week. Ketu is with Moon, so a little bit of illusion can build up in your around your mind. For that, we have to be careful. But otherwise, because Moon and Ketu are together, there is also possibility some kind of problem in education. But if someone tells you that okay, we have to invest some money here and this will become double this, that, whatnot, and something very which is looking very simple, very easy, we have to avoid such places, because when Ketu is with Moon, we can take headless decisions in terms of money. Mars is also aspecting with the fourth debilitated aspect. This is the fifth house of love, romance also. Here there can be misunderstandings during the weekend, the next weekend, coming weekend, with your loved one, spouse, or what, love, like romantic partner, where we have to be careful. And with children also, we have to be very calm during this time. Okay. All the best. Have a great time and do subscribe. 15th of March 2025, we are doing Astrology for Beginners course. I hope that you have joined, and let's see you on the other side very soon. For Gemini ascendant, Moon is entering into Cancer, into the second house. This is a very important placement, Rohitji, because what has happened is, since it is going from here to the third house, and it will be exactly opposite Sun, and it is exactly opposite Sun now. Purnima energies begin. That means those who are manifesting any kind of spiritual things, very great time for them. In fact, second house Moon, the lord of the second house in the second house, and in Gemini ascendant people, Moon is a Maraka, but second house lord being, it is also the Karaka of significator of wealth. So here, wealth wise, if we are looking some kind of gains, especially from inheritance, especially from anything that has to do with your past investments that you have done, this is the time that you may feel great during this time. Since this is this is also a placement where moon is sitting in the second house of speech, you will be at a very very beautiful speaking. You will be able to convince other people, those who are in teaching and any business related to verbal communication. You will see that the conversion rate becomes very very high. Sales, marketing people also. Second house is also the house that is related to family. So family wise, we will see great news for all the people. If the health of the mother has been challenging, this is the time that some kind of relief is also seen. Mercury, on the other hand, is sitting in the ninth house. Ninth house is father, guru, higher spiritual level, and Lagna Lord, ascendant Lord in the ninth house, especially with the Lord of the ninth house. This is being very, very powerful yoga, kind of a Raj yoga. Here, this time when Mercury comes into the ninth house, your destiny will be at a very peak level, like super level. Mercury is moving very fast now. In 27 days, it will directly move into Pisces and become debilitated. So this is that before that time, that everything that has to do with communication, with luck, with higher education, with your gurus, mentors, father, teacher, any pending activities in these areas should be now taken into like priority for you, and you should start working on this. If those people who are doing higher education or those people who are thinking of traveling somewhere abroad away from home, this is also a very great time for such initiatives. Sun, on the other hand, enters into Aquarius very soon. This is the house of Saturn. It has come to the house of Saturn again from Capricorn after Makar Sankranti. Now this is here. It comes to Aquarius Kumbha. This is an important time when again we are talking about father, guru, any kind of pending activities there, or any suggestions, any knowledge, any kind of what do you say, how to move forward, that kind of activities. If you want to work on these things, then you have to come closer to your guru, to your father, to your teacher, and take advice. On the other hand, Sun is the lord of the third house, exactly opposite to itself in the ninth house. Here, this is the time of what you say, Purnima. Also, see, Moon will enter into Leo exactly, and Purnima will be, happening. This Purnima is a very, very extremely important time, and the reason here is that the ninth house Purnima, whenever ninth house Purnima will be there, it is the time of manifesting dharma or manifesting some kind of spiritual progress. So those who are doing meditation, those who are doing mantra chanting, a very great time to get into your next higher conscious. Maybe we call like Kundali awakening. This is that period for you. Moon, on the other hand, in the sign of Leo, great time for communication, written, verbal, emotionally also. If you want to make other people come into your control, this is a very potent and very important and very easy time for you to take such things in consideration. Later, only the end of the week when Moon enters into Virgo, into the fourth house, that is the house related to your, mother as well as again. So health of mother must be better, but now still it is little bit shy. If you're going through Ketu Mahadasha or Moon Antardasha, Ketu Mahadasha, Ketu Moon, this is a challenge when see the lord of this or the dispositor of this house is very strong in the Bhagya Stan, so everything will be working according to your destiny, but still we can make some headless decisions, either in the case of mother for the health reasons or either in the case of vehicles or property. This is also the house of social security. Sometimes in this period there is dispute with the family, also some kind of challenges, dispute. When you don't follow the tradition of the family, they say that why, how this happened, why you did not do this. So some kind of problems like that can arise, but overall very great time. In terms of the collective scene, moon is as Mars is aspecting moon in the Kendra. Okay, the fourth aspect, that means great time for also speculative gain, but this speculative gain sometimes come from sorrow also. Jhagda ho gaya, like two people are fighting and they say, okay, you take this money, I don't want it, and then your relationship become bad but your money comes. So that is not very good money, but the period is like that only. Let's hope for the best, all the best, and have a great time. Do subscribe. And 15th of March we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. So get enrolled here so that you can also learn astrology on a very very deeper level. Thank you. Cancer or Karka Lagna, ascendant. Here moon is entering into Cancer, into the ascendant only. That means you will be very powerful. Your mind, your brain, your attitude, your physical outlook, everything will be shining bright. And Why not? Because moon is in pure full Purnima. It is going to be a full moon, and that energy will be felt by Cancer ascendant people. A very great time to manifest some very beautiful things, especially things related to spirituality, will be at the peak. You visiting pilgrimage temple will be see you will see that this week you have going to pilgrimage or temple and some kind of rituals. So great time. Mercury is going to make a Vipreet Raj Yoga, going to the 8th house, the 12th house, Lord in the 8th house. Those people who are thinking of traveling or getting some tickets booked or spending some money related to travel, this is the time that you'll be traveling. Many people will also be spending money to get their occult chart, maybe seen or something. Because see here, the 12th house Lord is in the 8th house. That means spending for occult, spending for spirituality. Many people will be buying stones, this, that, appointments, taking consultations and whatnot. So you are welcome. Mercury, on the other hand, entering into the 8th house, there is another great reason here, that communication or something that you have been working very hard on from a very long time, doing a lot of research in that area. Now, this is the time of finding the result for it. So, you may find some great result for your research, for all the hard work that you have done in the past. Because the third house Lord is also Mercury and gone to the 8th house. So, effort will be answered here. On top of that, Sun will also enter into Aquarius on February of 12th. Now, February of 12th, the Lord of the second house in the 8th house, and also pure Purnima is happening during this time. What a beautiful time if you are struggling for any inheritance, or this is also the time that you may be told. It does not mean inheritance only come from bad news. It can be like your father or your mother or any family member could say that, okay, this is what we have, this is how we will divide our inheritance, this is what we are supposed to give it to you. So a very open discussion can happen. Also, Sun in the 8th house, this means that hidden money, if there is any hidden money, there is anything that has to do with your past money which you have forgot about, like I did. Rohitji, very funny thing happened. So I had one very old account in my State Bank of India, SBI. It is in the Malad branch of Mumbai. I I remember that I have one account there. So the person who I know who was working in Yes Bank, she transferred to SBI Bank. I told her that, listen, I had one bank account. Can you tell me how much money is there in my bank account? She's like, okay, okay, give me your PAN number. I gave her the PAN number. 45 50 like minutes later, 1 hour later, she calls me and tells me, sir, you have 1,51,000 rupees in your account. I said, how? She said, you had 90,000 in PPF invested in 2008, 2007, 2008, and that money has matured and grown and become 151. So I said, very good. The procedure is so long. She said, come with your photo, this, that, passbook. I said, I don't have anything. She said, okay, you just come and you will get it sorted. So just imagine, sometimes hidden money like that, I never forgot about it. Only in fun, I said that, okay, can you check if there is anything? So, such kind of money also may come for you in this time. Here, moon is going to go into the sign of Leo, and exactly sun and moon are opposite each other. This Purnima energy, moon in the Lagan Lord in the second house, again calling about wealth, some kind of wealth and status improvement, or maybe getting some recognition here this time, getting some kind of positive inclination from your workplace, from your own effort that you have done. You may reap the benefits. Those who are in speaking business, those who are teachers, speaker, always speaking, communicating, call centers, BPO, also astrologers like us, will also see a great rise in their career pattern as well as in their wealth. Then what happens here, sometimes when we get a lot of wealth and a lot of comfort, so we make some headless decisions and we communicate something rudely, and this is what happens for Cancer ascendant in the third house. Don't try to be very bad with your friends or with your younger siblings. There can be possibility of you getting little bit of chida or little bit of annoyed with people, want your own space and everything. But this is all good, but still, communication, Ketu and Moon together is communication. Where is Moon? Ketu is sitting in very good place. Moon is going in a little bit of challenging place. So here we need to make sure that our communication does not hurt anyone. We are keeping everything very, very positive, very, very calm down. That's what is required. Otherwise, great time for all the Cancer ascendant people. Here, 15th of March 2025 is when we'll do astrology for beginners, the 8-week course, and have fun here, man. It's going to be so fun. Leo ascendant. When we talk about Leo, Moon is entering into Cancer into the 12th house. So this is a time of expenses. I think this has started from earlier only. Now also I went to eat samosa, Rohitji. Just imagine. I went to eat samosa. Total samosa cost was 20 rupees, 21 rupees with one pav. But when I came home, I saw 12,000 rupees spent. My daughter wants this, my wife wants this cloth, that cloth, daughter's cloth, night suit, this suit, that suit. So automatically moon entering into Cancer is effective from what is today, 8th of February only. So your lot of money is getting spent. So don't go to eat any samosa, anything. This is very difficult time. Don't step out of the house. Try to
Order
be
from Zomato online.
order from your, if you're in everywhere online. Don't go anywhere because otherwise there will be a lot of expenses happening, and especially these expenses are happening because of children also. So I got really today a lot of expenses. Anyways, so moon in the 12th house can also be very good for travel. Also, those people who are going through moon mahadasha antardasha may also travel may trigger for them. There is also possibility that during this time, if there is any foreign connection that you're looking for, or from any foreign country, if you're expecting some kind of growth, some kind of gain, you will see a positive news from that area also. So great news for you. Mercury, on the other hand, enters into Aquarius. Now, here, when we talk about Mercury entering into Aquarius, it is the seventh division where the second and the 11th house will planet will come. This is the time that partnership wise, there can be some great initiatives, there can be great money that is coming, great recognition that is coming, name and fame also is coming. Mercury is a very intelligent planet. When it goes with Saturn, it becomes disciplined also. Remember, wherever Mercury will sit with whoever, it will start taking the qualities of that planet. That's why it is always with Sun and has a lot of royal qualities as well. Here, Mercury will here become very positive as well as very disciplined. Great time for communication between you and your spouse, you and your business partner, and sorting out things from the past as well. So great time. Sun also enters Lagan Lord in the seventh house, aspecting the ascendant. Now, Rohiji, this is the exact placement I have. Moon, Mercury, and Sun in the house of, in the seventh house only. You know why? Because I was born in March. In March, especially, these both people are in the seventh house only for Leo ascendant, like in the sign of Aquarius only for Leo ascendant. What happens here is that Sun is a little bit of aggressive planet, ascendant lord also, but it is aggressive, and it is called a malefic by Lord Parashara. On the other hand, it is seventh house is the house of your partnerships. It The Mercury, the more discipline you're trying to achieve, where it is going to be very challenging, because Sun can also create little bit of challenges with you and your spouse or you and your business partners, because of egoistic attitude that will develop in us. So for the Leo ascendant people, this is the time to not be egoistic, just be very submissive. Just you have to remember that the ascendant lord is coming to the seventh house, but with the lord of the seventh house. So who is more powerful, I in my house or my friend in my house or my father in my house? And that too, if this is my house and if my father is visiting, I will respect him for sure. But if there is any grocery has to come, it will come from my order, not from my father. So this is the time Saturn is going to be more heavy in this house. Sun can feel little bit of ignored, and this is where ego will come. That okay, I am your father. How can you do this? Such kind of thing. So you can say, I am your wife. How did you buy this without even letting me know? And then the problem starts. Mercury, on the other hand, says, now what do I follow? Discipline or Sun? So please make sure that during this time, surrender attitude is there. Moon will come into the ascendant, 12th house lord in the ascendant, and in the house of a luminary, aspected by Sun, aspected by Saturn, aspected by Mercury. This is the time that Purnima, full moon, will happen. And during this time, you will be happy. You will be very relaxed. As well as there is possibility, Rohitji, that during this time, lot of spiritual manifestations. What is the moon? Moon is the 12th house lord. 12th house is spirituality as well. Lot of spiritual manifestation happens, and things will be in the very extremely right order for Leo ascendant people. Happy. And I feel, Rohitji, see, because it is happening next week, today only I got all my shave and done. So people will be grooming also during this time. So all the best. And then moon enters into Virgo, second house. Very careful 15th of February onwards for next 2 3 days, not to do any investments, especially any investment which is looks very easy. Nothing. If your family is telling put money here, there, say okay, I'll wait and I will just think about it. Don't take any immediate action here. But overall, this is the time that you may also expect or also receive lot of what you say. Uh, I cannot say hidden wealth, but I can say something that you have done in the past, or maybe there is, if there is association with any foreign countries and the wealth has to come, or the wealth was supposed to be deposited in your account. This is the time that you may even manifest and may get that wealth sorted. All the best, guys. Do subscribe, and 15th of March we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. Those who have joined, thank you. Those who are joining, welcome. Virgo ascendant here. Moon is entering into Cancer. When we talk about Cancer Moon here, look at Moon in the 11th house. And this is the placement where Moon is entering into its own sign. So for Mercury in a little bit of, when he, we can say, a little bit of mature state, when it takes the sign of Virgo, it gives Moon the 11th house. Moon is the father of Mercury. Rohit, do you know that? Moon is the father of Mercury.
And Tara.
Tara Mata is Jupiter's wife, and
Right.
Moon is the real father of Mercury. That
Yes.
is why Moon is the mind and Mercury is the intelligence. Okay. So father son is happening, man. The the sun has given father the 11th house of gains. Your moon coming in the 11th house, if you have been waiting for a very long time to receive some kind of benefit, or socially you were trying to do, make a stand or make some kind of statement or get into some action, here you will see that socially many people are helping you. Long what you say, long lost friends can be met now. You can meet them, and especially make something very great out of this, like some kind of collaboration, partnership. So keep your horizons and keep your opportunities very open during this time. This is also the time that elder siblings may also help you. So that's a great news. Beginning of the week is so powerful. Then Mercury enters into Aquarius, Lord of the Lagna, enters into the sixth house, gives all the trouble related to diseases, workplace politics, and everything very, very relief in these areas. Mercury in the sixth house can also sometimes, if it is not very good in your birth chart, can create problem related to skin or the nervous system. Those who have varicose veins, those who have any problem in the nerves, everything is Mercury related. Those who have thyroid, again Mercury related. So this is what Mercury can trigger during this time also. So somewhere caution is also required. But those who are going through very, very long term illness problems, here Mercury and ascendant Lord, right? It will fight for you in any way possible. So it goes here and says, please, 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 relief. I want to give relief to this person. As this happens, Rohitji, 10th house Lord also is in the sixth house, that is Mercury again. And Mercury is going to make sure in the workplace, lot of intelligence is used. And in that case, you will sort many, many problems from the workplace. And this is not all, Rohitji. Sun is the lord of this, the 12th house here, and it makes a Viprit Rajyog in the sixth house. This time is very good for enemies. If there are enemies, if you are doing any kind of examinations, if you are doing any kind of competitions, this is that powerful time when the 12th house lord, when the sixth house lord, when the first house lord, everyone is coming together in the sixth house and giving you extreme power. If I would not suggest to, but if you want to go against anyone in office who's been trying to do politics on you, or if you want to just open their whole, what you say, kya bolte hain? You have to open their whole secrets in front of the office. This is also that kind of right time. Very good time for enemies to come to you and ask for forgiveness. So please be of forgiving nature. Then Rohitji, Moon will enter into the sign of Leo, that is the 12th house. Here, Moon is the 11th house. Again, gains from foreign countries is seen, but expenses also related to foreign countries seen. Since 12th house is very spiritual and spiritually very awakened house, Moon here is at highest spiritual level because it is Purnima as well. It is going to be a complete full moon, and this time your spiritual power will be very great. One problem in this is when moon is at full moon and in the 12th house, people also get a little bit of negative thoughts, or sometimes they have a very hard time sleeping. I would suggest, if you have any silver, try to drink water in the glass of silver during this time, so that your the energy of otherwise moon in your body is very stabilized. or those people who live near the ocean should walk barefoot in the ocean during this, or in a river, wherever the water body is there, wherever there are little waves. Just walk so that you feel, you take that energy of the moon here. Those who are in Kumbh, those who are going to go to Kumbh, this is also Mahakumbh is happening in India after so many years. This time, those who are going to Mahakumbh, those who are going to take a holy dip there, that's also a very great time. So, all the best, guys, for you. Moon enters into Virgo later, aspected by Mars, the fourth aspect of Mars here. No property transaction. Also, don't try to give advice during this time. From February 15 to 17, just keep your advice to yourself, because this can be a wrong advice. Moon and Ketu coming together means that you will not be in your right frame of mind. There can also be possibility that some kind of wrong, uh, you know, your wrong behavior or wrong attitude may become your enemy during this time. So try to be, whenever Moon and Ketu are together in transit, try to be Maun. That means very quiet, not to say anything, not to express anything. Just go with the flow, what is happening. Don't try to be over enthusiastic about some event happening around you. Try to be very, and also try to avoid social presence during these times when Moon is with Ketu. All the best. And 15th of March, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. So those who are watching this and also want to join, you can comment, or you can let appointment link is there below in the WhatsApp. You can click, and then Samantha will be able to help you. For Libra ascendant people, Moon is entering into Cancer here, Rohit, and this is the time that Moon is entering into the 10th house. Career wise, we are seeing some great progress, and not only progress, but if you're thinking about any foreign association or foreign attachment or anything to do with foreign countries, you may see a great progress in that area, because Moon is going to be approaching the 12th house this week as well. So any planet that approaches any house before that, only you will start seeing some kind of expense, some kind of results coming for those places. Also, because Moon is going to go into the 11th house, expenses related to your social circle, some party, this, that. I think there is going to be some professional elevation for you. After that, your friends will say, okay, let's party, and you will be busy. Expenses are seen this week. On top of that, if there is any emotional, what you say, emotional support that you need from your workplace, that will also be received here. Here, Mercury will be entering into Aquarius, Rohitji, into the fifth house. Mercury is the lord of the 12th and the lord of the ninth house. So, ninth house lord, ninth from itself. This is a great news and great time for spiritual exploration, as well as fifth house is education and children. Mercury is here. Those who are thinking about children, education, also doing some medical treatment related to children or to related to stomach, also, you will be able to conclude it in a very nice way. And because fifth house is education and speculative gain, as well as share market, cryptocurrency, stock market, you will see growth in these areas as well. Your Sun will also enter into the fifth house here. Sun is the 11th house lord in the fifth house. So there is going to be very great big gains, either from your social circles or either from your children. During this time, you may really feel very content, very happy. Gain does not mean that your children are going to transfer $1 million to you. Gains sometimes it's so simple, it means that you will see your child performing creatively, very nice performance in front of you, and you will say that, wow, what a beautiful gesture of my child, and what a beautiful achievement of my child. That is also gains here. So creatively, spiritually, a very great time, very good time for those people who do mantra chanting. The reason is because as soon as Moon will be in the energy here and going towards Leo, there will be a Purnima, there will be a full moon, and because it is happening with exactly combination of the 5 and the 11 axis, here you can see that dharma plays a very big role. Those who are very dharma oriented, those who are doing chanting, those who are doing a lot of chanting related to mantra chanting like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, even those people who are from the faith of Muslim, and they are doing a lot of chantings, they're always doing some kind of ayat. I think that is what they call some ayat ayate. That is also very great. Those ever who are doing taking the name of God are, every religion, every faith will see a very great time and very fulfilling time during this week. More of 11th house moon is also telling us that socially we will be very, very pleasant and very happy and very content during this time. Moon enters into Virgo. This is only the place where we have to be careful. 15th of February, where we can expect some kind of problems related to expenses, or maybe some kind of disruption in travel. There can also be possibilities health wise we will not be doing that great. After party, hangover will happen, and hangover will say I need to take a day off. So such kind of things can be happening. So Saturday, Sunday night, don't party. Okay, that is what this whole period is seeing showing up. But great time again, spiritually very great time. Ketu in the 12th house, spiritually active. Moon here is the mind. If you are manifesting something, or if you're doing any kind of sadhana or any kind of ritual, like 1 lakh, 100,000 mantras, 200,000 mantras of any kind of mm, like any kind of wish, that for fulfilling that wish, you can start on 10th of February as soon as moon enters into Cancer, and finish on February 15th, and between 15th and 17th. So this whole week is about doing some kind of penance and getting some kind of boon also from God. So all the best. Such kind of things do not come, and especially the Purnima energy, that means full moon energy, does not come very, very regularly. So make the best of this time. All the best. WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And 15th of March, we are doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. Those who have joined, welcome. Those who are joining fast, and those who are willing to join next time, the next time we will be doing only offline course. That means I will be recording everything and sending, so that you can learn offline. Scorpio ascendant. When we talk about Scorpio ascendant, moon is entering into Cancer. In this chart, moon is the planet that becomes exalted in the 7th house, and it also the 9th house, that is the Bhagya Sthana Malik. Like how moon has given Mars the position of Yoga Karaka, Mars is also given moon the position of Bhagya Karaka. That means moon is the destiny lord here. And here, as soon as moon enters into the 9th house, your destiny will be favoring you. So hard work is one place, but if there is no destiny, how will hard work also manifest? So this is the time that the accumulated hard work of the past time, or accumulated spiritual wealth of the past, will manifest, and you may get some beautiful results in the beginning of the week only, especially related to luck. Oh, luck by chance, you'll say, oh my god, it happened. That's how it is supposed to happen. Later, Mercury will enter into Aquarius here, and Mercury entering into Aquarius is the lord of the 11th house and the lord of the 8th house, entering into the 4th house of family and roots, inner peace and happiness. Here, if there is any kind of inheritance or property matter, or anything that has to do with property or vehicle matter, any money matter, or any money that has to come from partnership matter, will be seen as a very positive sign for you. Great news is coming. Great news is coming related to your money, wealth, and if especially that is about property. This time you will be able to invest in the property area and also gain a lot of things from that place. On terms of that, sun will also enter into Aquarius as well. 10th house lord in the 4th house mean inner peace and happiness and contentment in your work also. So we call work life balance. That is what is going to happen for you during this time. There will also be some time off from work. Maybe you, your friends, your family members, anyone from your family can meet. A get together can happen, and you may feel very happy and very nice and blessed. So what a great time for all the Scorpio ascendant people. Later, moon enters into the 10th house. This is Purnima. Purnima means it is going to be a full moon, and full moon happening in the 4th and the 10th house. That means from the heart, inner peace and happiness will be there. Social security will be there. In the area of career, some kind of name, fame, creativity wise, very great time. Your destiny is going to be very positive and help you here in the career. So, plus, everything from 10th till now, it is all in plus. But now, when we enter into 15th of February, this is the time, and weekend comes, and weekend we are become gossipers. Here, this is the time, try to avoid any kind of social interactions or getting into a very large group settings, because here you can have some kind of headless talk. You will talk something wrong, and suddenly that may work against you. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we do not do any kind of social gathering during this time. Be isolated, be very kind of introspective, also only working on our thoughts, maybe writing, maybe doing something spiritually, some spiritual practice, and you will see that things will manifest very, very nicely and very, very rightly for you this week. All the best, guys. Have a great time. And 15 March, Astrology for Beginners. I don't have to repeat. Join. Sagittarius ascendant people, Moon will enter into Cancer into the 8th house, Roji, 8th house. Now, 8th house, see, look how Jupiter has treated Moon here for the sign of Sagittarius when not in maturity. It has treated Moon and got to the 8th house. This is the same Moon with Jupiter when it combines, it makes Gajja Kesari Yoga. Here, Moon is in the 8th house. 8th house is very hidden, deep things. Anything that has to do with manifestations or secrets, it is all the 8th house. Look at the coincidence also. Jupiter has given the 8th house where secretly he manifested to have a child with Matara and Mercury was born. So here, look at the 8th house, how 8th house is signified here. Here, very careful about some kind of, you know, occult practices. Sometimes, Ruji, I talk to so many people, they come into other person's influence and they buy all this, some kind of tantric things, this thing, black haldi, I don't know what all nowadays people are selling, some billi ki char, they say some billi char or some giddar singhi, I don't know what all is the hell is happening. So lot of things, lot of people do all these occult practices. And remember, if we do any kind of occult practices anywhere we are playing with the nature, it can come against us. And this is that exactly period where moon is such power that such kind of things can happen. So if you're doing any rituals which are not sattvic, or even like Lal Kitab rituals, which are sometimes a little bit dangerous, like get the hair of the crow, get the hair of the hen, and whatnot, stupidity. So if you're away from all this, the better, the best. Don't do any kind of secret activities which will create. In fact, this is the time to secretly chant the name of God, secretly fall in love with occult science, try to learn it, try to read it, try to get deep into it, but not do any kind of wrong deeds. And I'm just saying, Rohitji, because here moon is extreme powerful. And since it is in Purnima, it is very influenced, like it can be influenced very easily as well. That's why. On the other hand, Mercury will enter into the third house. Mercury is the 10th and the 7th house lord in the third house. Communication related to your marriage or marriage proposal, communication related to new job or new job offer, or even in the current job, depending on your dasha antardasha, can come, and that will be favorable for you. Short distance travel may start, and short distance travel can be to go look for a groom or a bride, or to go for work related purposes, that will be seen. Sun also will enter into Aquarius. Sun is the lord of the ninth house in the third house, aspecting the ninth house. Very soon, this is the Purnima energy has started, and here Sun entering into this place is good news, because same day Moon is also entering into the ninth house. When Sun and Moon will be in such position, Moon will be in power and in right motion as well as in Purnima in full glow. Just imagine where it is glowing. It is glowing in your destiny area, aspecting where to Sun. Communication also great, destiny also great. Short distance travel to a very, very far away place is also possible. Pilgrimages are possible. Getting enlightened from guru, from teacher, those who are doing guru bhakti, those who have gurus, those who are doing the mantra that guru have given, this is the time that you will feel your guru in near you. There is one very beautiful Guruji that I have seen. It is called Shukrana Guruji, Rohitji. Very, very beautiful. I have seen and felt the power of Shukrana Guruji. To those who ever follow Shukrana Guruji, they should write below that Jai Guruji, Jai Gurudev. Very important. I would want everyone to say that. And those who follow Neem Karoli Baba, who's my absolute guru, who the lotus feet of Neem Karoli Baba is where we bow down our heads to. They also write Jai Gurudev. Those who also follow Sacha Sampadaya, that means the Sache Baba, Kache Baba, Navalji Maharaj, the Rohit Ji's Guru, they also write Jai Gurudev. Because see, without Guru, there is no way that you will be able to learn anything in life. And Guru is the one. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. There is no one bigger than Guru. Guru in the real form is bigger than Lord Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. So, Jai Gurudev. This is the time to take blessings from your guru. Try to take lot of advantage. This is the time, even if your guru is not present right now, just look at him, talk to him, read his principles. You will get a very refreshment of your life purpose. So beautiful time for your spiritual zone during this time. And moon enters into Virgo. In this time, moon will enter into the 10th house where your mind enters and meets Ketu, which is illusionative planet. Ketu is a planet that says wherever I sit, I will give you detachment, or you have to work, towards or surrender in these areas. Here, there can be possibility that in the workplace there can be challenges, or you doing some kind of something very stupid and wrong in the workplace area, writing some kind of difficult mail or talking to someone over the weekend, and then Monday you have to go and confront your boss that okay, why did you say this. So these kind of things can happen. So please make sure that just be undercover. Don't be very over the top. Okay. All the best, guys. Have a great time. And 15th of March, Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course is starting. Those who have joined, welcome. Those who are joining, welcome. I will see you there. Capricorn Ascendant, Rohit ji. Moon is entering into Cancer into the 7th house. In this sign, Saturn has given Moon the Maraka Sthan. In both the signs of Saturn, Moon is not considered very, very great. The only reason is that Saturn thinks that Moon has done sins. Moon has done this, that, whatnot. But why is he in such position then? Why is he being given such position of, residing in the eye of Lord Vishnu? We have to understand sometimes our karmas are so bigger, so great, that small sins that we create in life or we happen to do in life does not make our destiny shift. That does not mean we start doing sins. I'm saying sometimes we do such big karmas that these sins are ignored because your greatness lies in some different areas. You may be very, very good boss but not be a good husband, or very good husband but not be a good boss. So here, that is where you have to see greatness is in some area or the else. You have to always strengthen our powerful aspect of life. Moon entering into Cancer here is the Maraka Sthan, the 7th house, but it is its own placement. This is the time that Moon repairs relationships in partnerships, gains through partnership. There can possibility of going, somewhere, starting new contracts, new partnerships, new areas you can explore, and that is going to be a very pleasant surprise for all the people. Moving on, Moon Mercury will enter into Aquarius into the second house. Mercury is the ninth house lord going to the second house. Benefit from workplace is the number one thing that you can see during this transit of Mercury in the second house. Secondly, you will see that Mercury in the second house is a very intelligent planet and very disciplined planet. This is a time that your intelligence and discipline will make you invest in the right area, right zone, and that will bring lot of fruits in the coming near future. So if you are ready for investment, this is the time, because not even Mercury, Rohiji, the ninth and the sixth house lord is saying here, the second house lord, the eighth house lord also has gone to the second house and aspecting the eighth house. So that means if you're thinking of long-term investments and getting results, like with shared resources, mutual funds, anything in these areas, it is the time that you should think about investing, and you will be reaping very great fruits from this kind of investments. Second house has Saturn, Sun, and Mercury, and this is also the house of family. In this, Sun is the father. Going to the second house, which is a Maraka Sthan, also signals that health of father has to be taken into consideration, because otherwise father can feel a little bit of health wise challenged. Secondly, Mercury is also the sister. Sister also we have to see gone in the Maraka house. We have to be careful about the joints, about the and for you especially, it has to be dental area which has to be careful, because here Mercury is going to be there with Sun and what you say, Saturn for a long period of time. Saturn has taken very higher degrees now, because next month it is supposed to go in the sign of Pisces, but still the energy of Saturn, it takes time for energy of Saturn to fade off from the last sign also, which just transited. So there will be heavy energy, and Saturn rules the teeth also, hair also. So this time, if you're doing any kind of treatment for teeth, hair, be very careful. Moon enters into the 8th house. Purnima begins. 7th house lord in the 8th house gains through partnership, speculative gains, sudden gains, inheritance, some kind of problem can happen, like accidents also, daydreaming because it's going to be too much. You are driving and suddenly some problem comes in this way. But otherwise, mostly gains is going to be there. There's going to be possibility of learning a lot of occult. For that, we are also doing astrology for beginners class, so you can join that also. Learning occult, getting into very deeper sense of research is what you will be doing during this time. And Purnima is there. Eighth house is a very, very extremely spiritual house, also called house of moksha, also called the house of mrityu san. Mrityu san does not mean that kill, die. Mrityu san means that mrityu of bad habits. Mrityu means death of bad habits, death of fear, death of anything that is wrong. Sometimes ending of that things is seen from the eighth house. That is why it's called Mrityu Sthana. It's not like that dead. The real meaning is that ending of things, bad things. Phobia. Those people who have phobia of anything, something, hidden, this, that, ending of that, then they would finally there is nothing. Is where what the eighth house is. Transformation, you transform into a better person. So, that silkworm, it is into that small what you say shell, it comes out of that, transforms into silkworm. The moth that comes out of that cocoon, we say, is where what that eighth house is, that you emerging out as a very new human being. And during this Purnima, your spiritual level will be so great that you can emerge out as a very, very powerful individual. So make great use of it. Again, in the ninth house, we have Moon and Ketu together. Sun in the second house of Maraka. Father's health has to be taken care of because your Moon is entering into Virgo. And with Ketu, ninth house is Guru, father. Make sure that you are very aligned here, and give some time or some comfort to the father also. Try to give him comfort. Try to get him something, some gift or something. But here, the advice of con. So Rohiji, today a very good friend of ours, her name is Victoria. She's a client and she's a friend. She went to Jaipur and someone just told her that, okay, come, I will give you some stone that is 13, 14, $1,500, one emerald. We will put it in silver, this, that. All con business. Such, I told her, forget about it. Don't get into this. This is all false. If you want to come to Bombay, I will give you one stone very cheap. So such also things happen. So ninth house, when Ketu comes with Moon, such kind of spiritual people or acting, those who are acting as spiritual may also con you. So careful that side. Otherwise, great time. Destiny wise, it's going to be more hard work than destiny. So focus on that. Because Rohiji, on the other hand, Venus is also putting a debilitated aspect here on the ninth house. So we have to be careful in terms of all the areas related to the ninth house. 15th of March, Astrology for Beginners, the 8-week course will start. All the best and welcome for this. Those who have joined, awesome. Those who are very keen for learning, contact Samantha and see what she works out for you. Aquarius ascendant here, Moon is entering into Cancer. When we look at Moon is the lord of the sixth house only, and in the sixth house. Uh, Getting little bit of relief from enemies, Rohit. On terms of that, getting, if any debt that we have been applying for a very long time, any kind of wealth that we are trying to achieve from a very long time, you will see that some kind of positive news related to the debt will also come. That okay, your debt has been approved now. Such things is happening in the beginning of the week. Those who are even working as service, like mostly humanitarian or service, government service, they will also see a great growth during this time because a luminary is here and achieving degrees to enter into Purnima. Purnima is there, that means positivity is there. Only thing, Moon is the very water ruled planet, so here it can create some problem related to your stomach, lower abdomen, indigestion. Stay away from milk and milk products this week. Later, Mercury enters into ascendant. Mercury is the eighth house lord and the lord of the fifth house. Whenever fifth house lord is Mercury, that means it is the Purva Punya lord. It is completing a cycle of the whole 12 signs for you and coming back to the ascendant. This is a time of reset. Your intelligence level will be at very, very much peak. And it's not only that, because Sun will also go to this house on the second day, like February 12th. This is the time that your seventh house lord has come to the first house. You will be your own partner. You will be self-driven personality during this time and make a very, very great what you say your efforts will be very great during this time. You, because Sun is in the ascendant and because it is in Kendra Lord in the Kendra and Trikona in the first house, it can create some kind of problem like ego, self-centered ego, that okay, I am this, I will do this, I am the one who has done this. So remember, there is no one in this whole universe, we don't even exist. Yeah, that small we are. So you have not done anything, your time has done everything, your time was good, so it happened. So make sure that try to be humble and try to be patient during this time. Later, Rohitji, Moon will enter into Leo, and Sun and Moon are exactly opposite each other. Purnima energy already started earlier. Now this is the time of Purnima. Purnima will happen. It will be great. There will be a lot of happiness in the career as well as, sorry, in the partnership area. This Purnima will put a new light on your partnership. So if you're struggling in partnership or relationship, or with your spouse or with your loved one, romantic partner, even those who are struggling with business or designation or getting some kind of hierarchies, you will see that a positive push has happened by the universe, and you will achieve something very great during this time. Power, full power. Now comes one thing where a Viprit Rajyog happens, that is Moon, the sixth house lord, to the eighth house and meets Ketu. Unfortunately, this is not a very great time. Problems like problem in the stomach, also food poisonings that must have happened earlier, or health-wise some problem which can aggravate. As well as this is a house of toxic abuse, like any kind of substance abuse. So drinking, this, that, food poisoning, alcohol poisoning, drug poisoning, everything can happen. So try it off. Also, eating a lot of non-veg and getting sick is also possible. So please make sure you don't do this. And Moon here comes to a very depth with Ketu. This is the house of moksha. Ketu is very positive here. There is no problem for Ketu. Ketu is very, very positive. Moon here comes and becomes struggle. It has to struggle to express its real, true sense. So don't get into any kind of fights, aggressiveness with the police, with this, that, long-term illness. If you have, take a proper doctor's advice. Otherwise, it can create more challenges for you. Astrology for beginners is on 15th of March. Thank you for joining, and thank you those who are joining now today. Pisces ascendant, Moon enters into Cancer. Now here, look at Moon, the fifth house lord in the fifth house, right? This is such a blessing. Now here, Jupiter is evolved. That's why Pisces is a very deep sign. Jupiter is evolved. Jupiter does not consider Moon any more enemy in the sign of Pisces, because it says that okay, you know what? I am all away from all this. I don't have any enemies. Everything is good. Here it has been, Moon has been given the fifth house of destiny, dharma, Purva Punya. That means Moon is the planet that is responsible for your birth in this lifetime. It is the one that will show that why your birth has happened. Coming to the fifth house of love, romance, that will be at the number one priority. If there is anything that has to do with love, romance, new relationships, patch ups, this is what is going to happen. Children wise, you will see that such a beautiful time. Many people will also give good news that they have conceived. Also, very good news for people who are, whose children are, in the education phase, like giving their final exams and whatnot. Is going to be a very pleasant time for you, very great time for you. So creativity wise, you will be at the best, you will be at the peak, and happiness, true happiness, is what you will feel in the beginning of the week. Then Mercury goes to the 12th house. Mercury is the lord of the 7th house and the 4th house. There can be, if you're planning to sale of property, anything to do with sale of property, things are not working, buyers are not coming, you will see that buyers will come now. If you're thinking about foreign country or some partnership in foreign country, that will also work out. So both the things are good for you. In fact, Rohiji, another planet, that is Sun, will make a Viprit Rajyog in the 12th house going there. So that means any trouble from enemies that you're getting or from government you're getting, here collectively Saturn and Sun is judgment, pure judgment. This is the time that the final judgment, that is Saturn will give the final judgment here, by the way. In this whole Kali Yuga, no one has the power to make a judgment except Saturn. If there is any problem related to your health, you will get a proper, you know, what you say, judgment about it. That what is the problem, how is the problem, how long will it continue, how long, what we have to do. All the areas in these aspects, you will get final answer that okay, this is the final answer, that okay, it's not going to get cured, it's going to get cured, it's going to get positive, it's not never going to get positive. So you will get everything in such ways during this time because of this conjunction here. Because sun is the lord of the sixth house and in the 12th house, workplace wise, if you're thinking of changing the location to a very far away place or to isolated place or to foreign country, you may try now. This week is going to be very positive and potent for you to receive such information also. Later, moon will also enter into the sixth house. Fifth house lord in the sixth house means gains from children also. But also because this is Purnima time and going to the sixth house, moon is the planet that is ruling all the water in the body, and sixth house is the house of chinta. Chinta means being very anxious. Anxiety can develop during this time for Pisces ascendant people. And because Saturn has been aspected by moon, some kind of poisonous like food poisoning and this and that also can happen. So for that we have to be careful. But spiritually or traveling wise, expenses wise, if your expenses is important in life, right? Without expenses, how will we move forward? So expenses also in good places can happen. Also, lot of discipline related to health as well as expenses in the health area is also possible. And moon enters into Virgo here in the seventh house with Ketu. Seventh house is the house that is related to partnership. Some misunderstanding. Moon is the mind. Ketu is manipulative. When Ketu and Moon are coming together, Ketu manipulates Moon and say, why do we need partnership? We don't. We want to stay alone. Why are you in partnership? Detach from this place. This is what Ketu gives that kind of energy to Moon. So we don't want to get fall in trap of such energies and want to make sure that partnership works. So this time is about surrender and not having a lot of fights in business as well as personal partnership, that is spouse. Make sure in the weekend take your spouse to a nice place. Suddenly be very different, saying that okay, today I'm going to take you this place, that place, we're going to have a lot of fun, lot of things. Don't come into the influence of Ketu at all. Don't come into the influence of detachment. Here, 15th of March 2025, we'll be doing astrology for beginners, the 8-week course. So, those who have joined, welcome. Those who are joining, all the best. And thank you so much for watching this and subscribing. And thank you, Rohitji, for your service, your patience also. Thank you.
Thank you very much. After the super duper video of Saturn, this is also a sigh of relief that week is very good. Yes, Moon Ketu you have to take care, but spiritually if you want to grow, that is very good combination. Week is very good. Thank you very much for consultations. Lots of messages. I answered I think 500, 400 messages since yesterday, all asking about consultations. So number always on the screen, link in description box. Anytime you can contact and give me the time and date. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akashi, for your reading in such a busy time. Again, we'll meet you in some next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram.
Sri Ram,
Jai
Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi, Om Namah Shivaya.